No,
Nigga,
I got
you're
like
not
to
stealing
legit.
from your local Chinese place. You're taking them because I buy chopsticks at the H Mart.
I'm not buying
H-
chopsticks.
Nigga, just buy the
Oh,
chopsticks. It'd
you
be
know this
different if
nigga
you were
bought me.
poor, but you're not.
I'm
This
not
nigga
buying
bought me
chopsticks.
COVID juice.
Nigga, you're not poor. Buy the
It
damn
would.
chopstick.
It
Yes,
would.
exactly. Wood
And
is
it's
not
free.
free.
Just like
No, it's
Tabasco
not.
sauce. Just like Tabasco sauce
No,
at
it's
Chipotle.
not. No, nigga, you're stealing. Nigga, you're stealing. Stop it. Stop the cat.
I think
You tell us that we need to be logical. So be logical, nigga. You know you're
I
stealing.
am. Tabasco sauce is
Can you
free at
steal from
Chipotle.
Chipotle?
No, you
Yes.
know how they
This
got
nigga
that
went
free
into a Chipotle one time when I was going to get stuff for the podcast for I think it was the Thanksgiving podcast. Or sorry, no, it was the Halloween podcast. So this nigga literally goes into Chipotle, looks at their Tabasco sauce and goes, "Oh, I want some." And instead of getting a cup from them, which is the normal thing that you do, this nigga just walks out with the whole thing of Tabasco sauce. White people looking at him like this goddamn nigger, and I'm sitting here like, God damn it! This is why you can't go places with black folks.
it's free.
What happened after that? They called the
Nothing.
police.
Oh, nothing. You know, white people weren't going to talk to a 6'7" black man.
It's
You're right.
free.
They won't, but they'll get the police.
Yeah,
I
the
mean, yeah,
bottles
but
are
we
out
weren't there
there.
long enough because I was about to sit around here with this nigga just stole some shit.
The
And I was like,
bottles
all
are
right,
out there for everyone to take. You just gotta take it.
no,
That's why
they're
they
out
put
there
stuff
for
behind
everyone to
bars.
use.
I mean, you got to remember what kind of country we're in.
I mean, again, y'all really love talking about this whole kind of country and shit.
No, all
I
right.
think
So
y'all
look,
don't remember what
at,
kind of country we're in.
at the restaurant, we used to have ketchup out front back when we let people inside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, after one day, one lady came in and she bought like some fries, just fries, and then grabbed two handfuls of ketchup. That was all the ketchup we had for the week. After that, we moved all the ketchup behind the little bar.
Well, it
God
was
damn
all
it,
you can take.
It was a
nigga!
learning experience.
Of course, you gonna ride for people who do the same bullshit you do.
Well, is there a sign saying that you can't take as much ketchup as you want?
Oh, so we need to have a sign out here for you to understand that you need to act like you got some goddamn home training.
Hey,
Sound like you sound
there's
white. You
stop
sound
signs at
whiter each day,
crossroads.
Reed. You sound whiter each day.
We got a crossroad. We got stop signs at crossroads. Everybody should be a little bit, wary when they come up to a place where somebody's going to be running perpendicular to the way that they're traveling. Common sense would make you slow down because you're putting your life and possibly somebody else's at risk. If there's no stop sign, niggas will fly through that shit.
True.
Common sense will
I
tell you
mean,
one thing. The reality is the other. Common sense is based on the notion of the pool of information that you have surrounded yourself in or you came up in. So the second you go somewhere else, common sense goes out the window.
well, he's not going somewhere else. He's in the United States. He knows how that shit goes. Don't try to
Oh no, he
argue.
did go. He went to Chipotle.
He knows how it is in Chipotle. This ain't the first motherfucking Chipotle he ever been to.
You're right, and that's
I
not the
never
first
knew that.
Tabasco sauce he brought up.
Correct, because they're free, and I don't know why this nigga
They're
can't
not
understand
free,
it.
nigga. They're not
Then
free.
why
You
would the
know
whole
it's not free.
bottle be?
So that people can partake.
And I did.
Was
I
that with you?
partake in the
No,
whole
nigga,
fucking bottle.
you're arguing in bad faith. And this is one of those
I
things where
do believe
you
that
want
it's
to do
free.
this wrong.
So I mean, you can say whatever you want, but it's
You
been
think
Right.
you
free
think
since the beginning.
78 of those things for everybody to just each individually take because they're free.
Yeah.
You understand how restaurants work, nigga. Like you're not. It'd be different. Like this would be some shit I would
Why would I
understand if you
understand
said
how restaurants work?
because you're not an idiot. It'd be different. Like if you had like no IQ, if you was one of those retards, I'd understand your logic, and I'd be like, you know what, I can see this point. But you're not a retard. You know what you did was wrong. You're not a
The
I
retard.
assumption of
don't.
other people's knowledge can sometimes be shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah, you're
I
assuming a
mean,
lot.
it'd be different if it was someone other than Reed. I know this nigga. I know
Uh,
he's
You
smart
know
enough
this
to
nigga knows
understand
how
what he's doing wrong.
restaurants work?
I know this nigga knows how a restaurant works.
You're assuming a lot there, buddy.
I'll sue a lot, bro. You know how a restaurant works. You're
I'm
not an
not your
idiot.
buddy, pal.
I'm not your pal, buddy.
Again, nigga, you know how this shit works. Like I
I'm
don't
not
know.
your guy, pal. I'm not your friend, guy.
This is exactly why you can't go with everybody at Chipotle. That's probably gonna end up being the title of the
I mean,
episode.
I would say you can't go because that thing's expensive, bro. Like, avocado?
Is it expensive?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's like $12, $14 a plate, especially get some guac.
Have you not seen what the new standard for money is as far as like things? Them shit's money. Everything costs more now, bro. Everything.
Yeah, just make your
I,
own bowl.
Yeah, I mean, you better off making your own bowl.
I was about to get a pizza. I was about to get one of the pizza from Domino's, and I finally, well, I ain't finally. I looked at it, like that's way more than usual. Started going because chicken is a premium item. I realized as a topping, but it was a two topping coupon. I'm like, hold up. So I just went to one, and without the coupon, a medium pizza with I think just two toppings and not chicken was like $27. I was like, you out of your fucking mind.
Yeah, you can make
Nah,
three
man,
pieces for that amount.
that's the new pricing, man. I keep telling you, bro. Everything going up. People keep forgetting, bro. Everything, the price of everything is going up.
But it's pizza. I get that things have
Yeah,
gone up, but you know what hasn't gone up that much? Water, flour.
actually, no. Water, they would trust me. Your local water company would love to charge you more money. Someone was
They
just had an
would.
article about that, but they can't because of the federal guidelines. There are no federal guidelines on pizza sauce, so people are being people.
Yeah, but you can remove the sauce and still $27.
Because they're lying. Because a lot of people
I
think we're gonna run
mean,
out of fresh water,
I
which is
mean,
a
It
we're
lie.
is
probably
possible.
gonna run out of cheap fresh water.
No, we're not.
All right, you got to look at. So Nestle has been hoarding a large portion of the world's water, and it's just been allowed. They were called out on it specifically in India and Pakistan, even though India tried to do it to Pakistan because the water originates in India. They tried to essentially
Oh
cut off
shit! They
Pakistan's
tried to.
water.
Oh shit! They tried to do
And
what Vegas was trying to do to Arizona.
right, and they stopped it. The world stopped it. But do you know who did that right after India didn't? Nestle, and it was allowed.
Yeah, because America is gonna fuck itself over. But again, people do revolt, and they don't think people will. They think they got them all docile and whatever. But if you think January 6th or something, y'all ain't seen nothing yet.
Well, I hope you're right, sir.
Because
We can get
January
all the
6th is
country boys and the
not.
niggas together.
If the
Right,
country boys and the niggas ever do get together, it's gonna be bad times for everybody who got
yeah,
some.
you little city slickers, y'all ain't gonna be able to survive.
Just need the
Shit,
good
so
old boys and the black boys to come together and realize we are not each other's enemy. We actually have many of the same values.
Yeah, we like
most
to eat
white country people
and
and black
sleep.
people the same people. Except for one of them hate the other one because of the color of their skin. Some of them, but the younger ones aren't
Yeah,
like
one
that.
of, one of
But
them was told that they're
Yes.
more hardworking and everything because of the color of their skin, even though there's people who are telling you that the same people who stealing from everybody. But
Well, no, a lot of them don't even understand how economics work. They'll be like, "Oh, well, I do all this and I do all this, what you call it, but you're getting government subsidies for your farming equipment. Like you're literally getting handouts. No, they're not handouts; they subsidies. So
that's a
why would you get
handout.
it? Yeah, it's about how grounded they are in reality. The ones who don't want to believe won't. Plenty of them can see. It's all the information's there. It's about the character of the person with the information.
How dare you say that the information is already there, Sham? How dare you?
Atlanta is gonna host like a semifinal game of the World Cup, which is crazy.
Yeah, and then we host the whole World Cup in 2026.
No, it's gonna be all across the country, but a lot. They got I think they got a lot of how many games they got in Atlanta? Eight. They got 8 games here. It's all over the country. It's Atlanta, New York, Texas, and I think
New
California,
York.
some
Ugh,
places like that.
I would hate that in New York, man.
Hey, that traffic gonna be
They
crazy
already
in
crowded.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
People don't know about
Oh,
it.
so it's World Cup. It's World Cup North America.
Yeah, it's gonna be over North America.
So it's
So
basically Canada,
2026,
Jamaica.
we gotta get the hell
I'm
out of
sorry,
here.
Canada, Mexico, all that stuff. Got it.
I
Hey, we talk
understand.
about the men's World Cup. Yeah, I'm sorry, a real World Cup with men's, not women's.
I mean, the
The
World Cup
finals
is
in LA.
a special time in people's lives.
It's the biggest sport event in the world.
It
I
is.
give
That's
women's
why
soccer one thing. They work.
work.
Like as far as the sport is, like they actually put in work. You can watch the soccer game. It may not be as good as the men's, but the basics are still there. You don't have to worry about people dunking, or there's the spectacle isn't necessarily gone out of women's soccer. They're just less athletic. You watch women's
Yeah.
basketball, like, oh, she about to do a layup. Like there's a part that we're used to seeing in men's that's just not present at all in the WNBA. That
Oh,
is less
they
so for soccer,
they didn't
but
give
still.
AT&T Stadium a cup. Oh wow, I didn't think they would do that.
Where is that? I know where it is. I not heard of that one.
That's
Which one is that?
outside of Dallas.
Yeah, okay. I was about to say, it sounds like Texas.
I thought Texas had one. That's crazy. Mexico City got one, but not Texas. That's crazy because they should at least get one.
At least.
Because they'll probably that should have sold out times 10.
You know how Texas likes to use Mexicans, but not do for Mexicans.
I mean,
Well,
they
he
use
tried
Mexican,
and do it.
but they're not losing to Mexicans.
Texas is gonna be Mexican in like 20 years, so they better get ready.
Is it even going to take 20?
Yeah, it'll take 20. I still don't think they'll be Democrat.
No,
Yeah, but
Democrats think they will be.
a lot of them are white Mexicans.
Yeah, yeah, well, that's a whole other thing.
is it? Is it truly a
I
whole
think
other thing?
somebody brought it up recently about like Japanese people think they're white. It was something that happened. I can't remember. And then they always argue about white people. What they call it when white people make them white when they take their IPs? What they call it? White.
Gaijins.
What they call it? I don't know
Gaijin?
what. No,
Is
when
it the
white
Gaijin?
people when they like Eon Flux. What they call it when they made Eon Flux white?
Oh, whitewashing.
Yeah, they call it whitewashing. But I would argue that. Oh yeah, because the New Japan, Miss Japan. If you get a chance, go look at her. She's a white woman. Oh, I'm sorry, Ukrainian woman. Miss Japan is a Ukrainian woman. Yeah.
Well, one thing you gotta remember about Japan, and before you apply any criticism, is they are probably one of the largest countries that's essentially just a subsidy of America, and
Yeah,
not a
they got
subsidy
Western
because they
value.
don't have, because America blew them the fuck up and
Yeah,
essentially took the balls away.
she was a Ukrainian born person being Miss Japan. I just don't think that should be whatever. But hey,
Allowed.
whatever.
I don't think it should be allowed.
Is she even half Japanese?
No.
No. And they was
Wow.
mad about Osaka because she was black. But we're not ready for that.
And some of the people were complaining, like they were like, y'all are just old in the world. I'm like that they're not tripping. They're right. Y'all know what that's about.
This ain't even us.
She's not even Japanese, like at all. But again, Japanese people think they're white, so it is what it is.
I don't think that's. I think that's the way it's portrayed.
I
Like if you go watch a
truly believe
video, you got every time you go and see a video, they pick those people. They interview a lot of people, but they
I mean,
get the
even
ones
if
that
you
get.
look at anime, like there's no reason Naruto should be blonde. People aren't blonde.
But they do
And
have
they
like
have their
mysticism
hair.
about white hair. But a lot of that blonde shit didn't start till post bombing. So
Yeah,
all I'm
she's
saying, just something to consider. Astro Boy was never blonde, and he powered up plenty of time.
hell yeah. Y'all ever watch that shit? That new Astro Boy thing?
I haven't
It
watched
was a
it yet.
lot.
You the
Okay.
one who watched the new Astro Boy. It was
It
you,
wasn't
nigga.
called Astro Boy, it was called something else.
It was called Pluto.
Yeah, Pluto, yeah. Yeah. I don't trust Netflix and anime, man. I feel like I've been waiting for Dora season 2. I'm almost gonna read the manga.
Nah, but
But
that's not their fault. That is the studio basically is taking their sweet time with that shit.
I
yeah,
mean, they
because
should. No, honestly, it's good. I finished it.
oh, where it is.
Yeah, it's been done for years.
Oh, okay. So I should read it because that's what I did with
Yeah,
I did that
another
with
spinoff
solo
of it.
leveling. Solo leveling, it's I
It's a
don't
little
like the
better.
ending.
Yeah, a lot of people were disappointed in it. They carried it on, but
Is the sun any good? Oh, the sun.
Hey man,
the son.
I ain't finised with solo leveling. Neither are
The
several
sequel
hardware.
series.
Oh, I didn't even watch
The-
that. No, I was
oh,
done.
okay.
I
Yeah.
didn't really know what they were gonna do. Like, nah, it's like when they show it felt like Bleach.
Okay.
Like, I don't
Oh,
want to see
that's not a
any more of it.
compliment.
Because
That's
Boruto is
not a
No, don't get me wrong.
compliment
trash.
at all.
I tried.
I tried to read it. I tried. Like people who like it, but I'm like, I don't like it.
I'll leave it this way: the manga was so bad for Boruto that I actually watched more episodes of the anime than I have read chapters of the book.
Hey, the I read the first chapter of the new one. It wasn't bad though. Blue, whatever it's called. It wasn't
Oh,
bad.
when he grown up.
Yeah, it wasn't
I
bad.
mean,
His powers are crazy, but whatever.
Later that same evening.
I wouldn't give a fuck. Fuck that bitch. Hey, nigga. One thing you always teach a young man. One time is fine with me. Trust me.
We know, nigga. This is exactly why you're not married, so you can make these mistakes.
One
he
time is
married
fine
right
with
now.
me. Yeah, man, I
He
got a
can make
wedding
decisions.
license and everything. I'll be married before anybody else on this podcast.
I mean, that's the sad part. You're closer than
Man,
anybody else on the podcast.
I mean, I'd rather be far away and have it done. I'd rather do it once. I'll just put it that way.
I mean, again, like I
I
said,
think everybody
you
would rather do
can
it
come
once, but
along.
hey,
You niggas can come
you got a
along
long
and tell
life.
me. You niggas can come along
Everybody
and
got a
tell me.
life. The plan is for everybody to do it once, playing, but things change.
And things change, bro. And I promise you, I will live through your stories.
Sure. Sure.
I will live. I will live through your stories, niggas. You did
Sure.
what? And then what you do after that? What you do after
I
that?
wouldn't. Married men should shut the fuck up. You married, nigga. Don't talk about anything. You do your dirt
Mm.
alone and don't involve me.
Hey man, I be telling niggas and not telling themselves, and there be so many niggas that just can't shut the fuck up. It's like, why are you telling niggas this?
It kind of depends on the nigga. Some niggas ain't gonna say shit, but most niggas, it just depends on what it is. If I nigga tell me, I'm like, bro, you getting too deep in this, you might want to back up.
True.
Some niggas you ain't got to tell that though, because they never gonna get too deep. It's just some head,
I
nigga,
mean,
whatever.
niggas be falling in love with these hoes, and it's like, bro, what are you doing?
That's
I
all I
love
was
believe
saying,
it.
bro.
She got all these other things. Nah, nigga, you need to just date a woman for an extended
For
period of
what,
time.
bro? Spending no extra money on some shit I know ain't gonna fucking work.
How do you know it's not gonna work if you never give it a
Because she's a
chance?
dumb bitch.
How do you know she's a
I
dumb
think
bitch?
because I actually talk to the women. I pick at their brains, and sometimes it don't be fucking shit anyway.
Hey, I'm not the writer, nigga. I understand what it's like to talk to women and actually get them to reveal themselves. Don't try to.
I just think women interests are inherently
I
different
mean,
than men.
I think there's
No,
some
no,
freedom
but
to
I'm
that.
not looking for a woman with the same interest. I'm looking for a woman that's got something actually going on
No,
with
I'm talking about like what, like even they can have something going on up there, but they can be dumb. That's not what they think about. They just like I was talking to Sydney. I was just like they don't think like us 'cause they're different. But I don't know what level of intelligence you expect from a woman. I don't know. Some of them have that similar to male intelligence, but I don't think it's the same. I know women
It's
I
who
not,
are
agree.
and
smart
it
as
never
hell,
will be.
but you talk to them, they're just fucking dingbats, but they're not dumb. Um, I don't know how to explain it.
But you could just
Um,
say that they're not dumb and just leave it at that.
I know,
They're
but they're
not dumb,
dingy.
but they haven't. Well, no, it's just they're not logical. Like I think that's a better explanation. Like
It's not
oftentimes
even that they're not logical. It's just like I don't know, bro.
Depends on how they were raised, man.
I'm saying to dive into it. So answer it more thoroughly. Like what is it that the woman's doing that just makes you go like you kind of stupid?
women
For me
are
personally,
very put like this. I think you could talk to a woman; she's never questioned her political ideals at all. Just the stuff that she likes and she agrees with, and that's not a man would typically go deeper than that. Like, yeah, I like some of this stuff, but some of this stuff is food gold, and they're just using it. Like when it comes to like I watch some political stuff, and they're like, "Well, abortion is going to win everything." I'm just like, "How is abortion your number one issue?" And you're like 50. Like, what do you give a fuck for?
Well, remember
Like,
it's the thing we talked about much earlier in this podcast that went on for too long. It's a
did we
every
start?
girl's hot. It's every girl's hot. I mean, I was going to start earlier when there was people, but I was like, fuck it, let's just roll this shit over into being a
Oh shit! I
weird
didn't know you
patron.
started. I had other stuff to say. Oh, okay. All right.
No. I was gonna just roll. I was gonna roll everything into next week because I mean it's just the three of us, and I mean our podcasts are pretty dope. But I think that you want more than just three voices. So I was just gonna
okay,
roll.
a
This is just a
40-year
weird
old woman. What do you give a? Why would abortion be at the top of your issues? You should be wanting to have your children.
because women because the whole math, nigga. We talked about this because women vote as a block. Every woman thinks
Yeah,
that she's going to be hot and she's going to be good, and so the hot women are saying that. All right, let me backtrack several steps. Okay, so women really do know if they're hot or not, but the women who are not hot, not saying they're ugly. Let's say girls who are like a 4, 5, and 6. The girls who are not hot, they understand and they realize that if they say every woman's hot, then that means that every woman gets to live in this whole gray area. And so, it's technically good for them because they don't have to really do anything. They don't have to change whatever. Abortion is an issue that's like that. A lot of women if you talk to them in private, they don't really fuck with abortion. But because other women do, and a lot of those women are more attracted to them, they have to say that they're on the same thing because otherwise you're outside of the group because women punish nonconformity. Men reward that. If you like the whole reason I fought you niggas earlier in the podcast is because you need to hear other viewpoints, even if you disagree with them. And that's why you listen sometimes to Judah, even when you don't believe what Judah says, Reed. But you need to have other opinions. You don't want to be in an echo chamber. Women live in the echo chamber. They want to all have the exact same talking point that everyone had. That's why they hated Kevin Samuels. That's why they was all fuck Jonathan Majors until the narrative changed. And they're all like, oh my God, we need to defend Jonathan Majors. Women live in echo chambers. They want to have the same opinion because, again, that's what some woman decided was the thing that they're going to do.
I disagree with just the back end of that.
Okay, go ahead. State your disagreement, state your claim.
You're saying that women want to all agree with each other. Women don't want to be left out. It's not that they want to agree with each other. It's just that the consequences for not agreeing are so heinous for them socially, and that's how they value themselves socially.
Okay. I mean, I agree with that. I think then that maybe I was saying it in a way that maybe didn't hit that part. But yes, that's the central part is that the consequences for deciding that you're going to go against the hive mind far outweigh anything else. And plus, the one part that I do think like women agree is because women want to feel like everybody's heard. So oftentimes that means conformity. That way, all right, well, we heard out Sarah and she has a few points. Let's incorporate them in a way that doesn't change the group dynamic, but we're not going to say that part.
Well, I think that's the nurturing side of women, like the
It could be
actual
that.
nurturing. Some of them want everybody to have their way,
Yeah. I mean,
but everybody
it's
can't
not
have that way.
necessarily a bad thing. But yeah, we can't all agree with
It takes
everything.
both.
It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it out of something.
Hit us with that intro, Riker.
I don't know. I just feel like that.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Everyday Black Man Podcast, a podcast with any black man thoughts. I'm Riker. You have Reed and Sham. The other niggas just had other things they had to do. Follow us on Twitter, EVYD Black Men. And our Patreon is EBMP. It's like really great. They have all kinds of exclusive episodes up there. Subscribe. It's only $3 or $5 a month, and it helps support the podcast. Support your boys. Our website, www.everydayblackmen.com, and fuck with our Facebook, Everyday Black Men. But we had some topics we want to talk to y'all for, a little bit of time, not too long. So let's go into it. Samsung. Do you fuck with the new Samsung phone? Do you not? Do you think it's going to really allow you to translate Japanese or Spanish into English in real time?
I mean, can I do that with Google already?
Yeah, but that's what they're doing.
Oh, is there an app for it now on Samsung?
No, it's just a big feature that they made in their Facebook thing, in their ad was that you could translate Spanish into English while on the phone with somebody. Like they had a huge push for it. It was crazy. Like I only found out about it because my brother-in-law, he was like, "Oh, this is gonna be awesome." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah,
Are they
why the
gonna?
fuck? Oh, passport boys, boy, they'll love that shit.
I
Oh,
mean, yeah, but it'd have to work like really well. Because remember, this is phone calls. This isn't, anything else. This is phone calls.
These
oh,
niggas desperate
specifically a phone
already,
call.
bro.
Fair.
I mean, fair enough, fair enough.
I mean, not desperate, but you know.
No, nigga, call spade a spade. Let's not lie to these niggas. A lot of these niggas are desperate. That's kind of the
It
only
might be a
reason. The only
it
thing
might
about.
be a misshapen club, bro.
I mean, there a lot of these niggas really are desperate. Like they act like, I'm gonna get all these bitches, and then when they don't get all these bitches, it's like, oh, women that they don't value, and it's like, I mean, nah, bro, you're just kind of pathetic. Like there's a certain level of shit that you need to be able to have, and one of those levels is, are you somebody that can have a normal conversation with people? Like as long as you can have a normal conversation with people, most people be fine. But some of y'all can't have a normal conversation with people, and that's a problem.
I feel
I
like
think
you're talking about somebody specifically.
I mean, I'm not saying no names, but probably.
there's I think there's an issue, or we can all recognize there's an issue when women are entitled, but it's disgusting when men display it
I mean, I don't
socially,
think that
like
these
how
guys
we.
are entitled. I just think that
I do.
they don't represent themselves well.
They feel like they're entitled to pussy, and then you ask them why. It's like,
Okay, all right. So he went further than I did. Reed over here trying to talk about me. Sham like these niggas is entitled, and I don't like it.
they are. It's not that I don't like it, but to be fair, what I'm saying is like if you see a man doing things like a woman does, we never view it in a positive light.
True.
If you see a man displaying the negative traits of a woman who's gone, not necessarily off the deep end, but is being childish, then you would call that woman out, or at least in your head, you're like, here she goes again. When one of your homeboys is doing it, or a friend of yours is doing it, or just a man in general, you don't give him the same credence you would a woman because you're looking at another man and we hold each other responsible. That's how we develop standards, by holding people accountable. When we remove that standard, which is technically what some women do by, hand holding, we're not helping them. We're only
Late
hurting
stage,
them.
third stage feminism.
Yeah, just placating. We're hurting ourselves, trying to protect
True.
a single person's feelings. Don't get me wrong; it has its time and place, but there has to be a limit to everything.
There's a limit to your love. Dun 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 dun.
I think I was talking with Reed about that one day. He was like, "Do you think they're aware sometimes?" I was like, "Or I wonder why." And I'm like, "It's because there's no sense of duty when it in my head." And I came up with this bullshit on my own when I wanted to get high, but it was like I shouldn't smoke because I'm sick. Uh, I wrote it down and I was like, as far as like a man and a man should have a sense of duty. A woman should have a sense of respect. The man should have a duty to his wife. The woman should respect her husband. Is the woman or man
Hard
worthy
to
of
argue
that?
with.
And then can you, if they are, then there should be some compromise in some places. But then you look at the things around that, you have these things that stop it, like impatience or self-importance or convenience, curiosity, and they break relationships or stop them from ever happening, or developing meaningful, just meaning. That's my soapbox. Anyway, I hope Google starts making like potato chips. I feel like they had that shit down, like digital potato chips.
Maybe you should make that a segment on the website. Digital potato chips. And like every week you just get one small little potato chip of a nugget of something.
They got to pay for that. That's Patreon only.
Well then put it up on Patreon.
Oh no, I'm
We
talking about
need
the
more of
digital
that kind of
potato
stuff.
chip. We can move forward with that idea.
All right. Hey, I fucks with it. I think that's a good idea. Let me see. What do I want to get off the docket that we can do? Because I don't want to go too long in the tooth, just given the time it is in real life. But I do want to knock out at least a couple of the things that were on the list for today and then move the rest of that shit. All right. So this is a simple one. Cat Williams, in his interview with Shannon Sharp, that everyone's seen by now, said that every woman is a one of one. Do you agree?
Yeah,
Yes.
every woman is who they are.
Do you think that extends to every person?
To a certain extent, yes, or at least it should. But I think that every woman is woman one is just another way of saying you get what you get, and if you try and make it more than one, then you're lying to yourself. And that kind of goes back to like either over or undervaluing yourself, or under or overvaluing certain traits. You decide what your one is, and then you find the woman who fits that one to make that whole.
Okay. All right. I fuss with that. I fuss with that. I agree with most of it. I think every woman is one of one. So close to what you're saying right there, as far as like what that one is a different thing. So kind of similar also to Tyler Perry's "Why Did I Get Married?" Because that one
Tyler Perry
was
had a movie.
yeah. So Tyler Perry had "Why Did I Get Married?" It's basically these like four couples that are all having different marital problems, but like the one who's having the least marital problem is his couple with him and a woman. Tyler Perry, as Cat Williams said, can't play no man. So it's it's hilarious when come to find out that his wife was actually cheating on him emotionally with a coworker of hers. But he thought, oh no, I'm good, like I'm doing everything fine. It's like, no, actually, your wife is cheating on you. And so like they have to come to that reconciliation and working on their um relationship and that kind of stuff. But I think the whole 80-20 out of that whole movie is something that is an important concept that we kind of lost. Like I remember people talking a lot about it. Like you're only gonna get at max 80%, and that's the other thing is people feel like you automatically by default get 80% out of each person. That's not true. I'm saying that the most you can hope for to get out of somebody is 80%. So you got to figure out what's that, as you were saying, one of one thing that you want, and does this person meet it? Like you can't make someone change what they do to fit your one thing. Like you might want a girl who, every day for her, she wakes up and gives you a blowjob. That's a very rare one-of-one skill to find for most women this in this day and age. Um, if that's something that's that high on your priority list, then you gotta make that pretty straightforward at the beginning of your relationships. Like, this is what I expect, and make sure that you find somebody who is willing to do it, and figure out what time frame you're going to take to make sure that this person actually needs that shit. Because a lot of women can do that for a year, maybe two, but 5, 10, 15, that takes a stallion, a chance. Well, not stallion. That takes a mare and a chance. Because
A man.
stallions are male horses. Exactly. That takes a woman who's got a special skill set. She's a marine. She's going, and she's going to places that other women not willing to go. But I don't know. That's my thoughts on it. Do you have any additional ones, or do you want to move on to the next topic?
Read.
Read. Why don't you read? Read.
I think I'm probably getting the gist
Next
of it.
topic. Okay, for American men right now, the top priority in 2024 is food, but it's only number 3 for women. Guess what the next 2 categories are, and then I'll continue.
Wait, next 2 categories for women or men?
For women, what's above
Uh,
food?
I feel like something social media related.
Now we're talking about things that people buy. We were talking about things that people buy. So food is
Oh,
like number 1 thing that people are buying that men are worried about.
Clothes,
makeup, hair,
hair,
Clothes.
makeup,
Clothes, correct. What's a broader
makeup,
name for that kind of stuff?
cosmetics,
cosmetics,
No. Broader than that. Like all the stuff that women use for like their clothes.
fashion,
What do they use?
uh,
What do they use in addition to clothes? They use clothes and
feminine products.
no, I'm fucking with y'all. I'm not gonna make y'all guess. Like, that's stupid.
Damn.
Accessories. Accessories.
I
What?
wouldn't make a guess.
What? That's not
Clothes is
accessory.
number 1. Accessories are number 2. And
Oh,
accessories did include hair, bangles, rings, everything that, is not clothes. They consider that to be an accessory.
Non necessary.
Correct. That is what women are right now in this economy more worried about than food. Why do you think that is the case?
I mean, a lot of women making more money than men, so
What they say. I don't know
if
if
they
I
can
say
pay
that's
for it
true.
themselves, it is. But to be fair, we don't consider like what that means. Like there's secretaries who make more than some construction workers.
True. There are,
They
but
go
by and
to a
large,
regular
most
job.
women only make, I think it's like 35,000
And
right
I
now.
know a lot of niggas that work at restaurants. Them niggas making 20,000.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but we go by the averages, not by the niggas in either any of our neighborhoods. Because in Atlanta, even our people who work in the restaurant industry, some of them making more than niggas who work in construction, which is fucking
Say
crazy.
what?
depends on the restaurant, don't it?
Average woman last year made 51,000.
Men make more.
There's also less men.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, no, there are less men.
Nah, all I'm saying, like, it's catching up. Like, it's almost 50-50. Well,
Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It ain't. It ain't.
oh,
You got me there. That was a
yeah.
bullshit statement. I can see.
Yeah, it used to be like that.
Average man made 61,680 and 81. So we made $10,000 more than women.
It used to be like that, but actually, men gonna overtake women soon, from what they saying. Because unless we have a major war or something,
I mean,
competition gonna be
that's
crazy.
what's on the docket.
I doubt it.
I mean, no. I mean, there's only a
Oh,
few ways that we go from here.
if we do have another war, women got to go, right?
I mean, they
No,
should, but they
but
won't.
they still, or they're still out on that because they push that like we should do it, but I haven't seen anything come forward about it because the truth is most women don't want to fight war. In fact, even the women that are
Correct.
in the military, I think less than 10% of them ever see a combat zone, not combat, just being in an area adjacent.
Yeah.
Shouldn't they
Because I
have to
only know
sign up
one
for
woman
selective
that
service?
actually worked.
We
Nope.
need to change that ASAP, right?
I mean, worked in military combat. I know one woman who did, but she has horror stories because she was getting bombed.
Yeah,
Was
they
she a
went through it.
lesbian?
No, not anymore.
Well, if she was, then they just count her as a nigga, right?
I mean,
No,
that's what they want to say, but I mean, they don't tend to tie up the men and start trying to rape them. But the women, on the other
no,
hand,
they don't tend to, but they do.
I mean,
Yeah.
no, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but I'm just saying, like, when women get captured, we kind of know where this is going.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we can try to pretty up war as much as we want to, but war is a brutal thing. Because someone was going through Well, not someone. So I was reading about Che Guevara, the guy from the Cuban Revolution. Like he went to, I
Yeah.
think it was Congo, and the
Mhm.
reason that he left before, or the reason that he left and he didn't stay longer, is because he was like, I came here to lead a revolution, and instead they got into skirmishes, and then when the villagers started running, they found the women and they were raping them, and it hurt his heart because he thought these niggas would sign up for revolution. These niggas are signing up for, let's flesh out all the women so we can rape them.
You should do a little bit more digging into Shay.
Are you saying that he was also a rapist?
Shay, number one, didn't like black people. Similar to Gandhi, uh, thought we were less than. And likely that was just a way for him to say, yeah, they were just doing a whole bunch of bad shit. Don't get me wrong, they probably was bad shit happening. But Shay did a lot of bad shit himself. And to be fair, based on what you're telling me, that makes it sound like Shay didn't take part in any of this shit in other places. He did. So for him to bring it up with one group
Oh no, I
just kind
wasn't
of
saying
lets you
that. I
know
was
where he
saying
stands.
I was saying him having his whole things changed. And it's like, I mean, nigga, this is
Shit
war.
just didn't go
Like,
his way. He was a whiny little baby.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he could get shit done. But he also wanted things done his way. If things didn't get done his way, then he's not gonna talk about them the same.
Mm, yeah. I mean, that's why Democratic Republic of Congo is still pretty shitty to this day. Because Shay didn't
I
get his way.
mean, I mean that, and
You, you,
powers
you know
that
that
be giving
you know
money.
it's an obvious joke. You know it's an obvious joke.
Yeah,
Obvious joke.
I can hear the
It
tone.
was never destined to be great because people don't realize that was another war of us having a proxy war, but minus the good proxy. Although, is there a good
When was
proxy
the
ever?
last good price? You think Ludacris gay?
Do I think Ludacris is gay? Nah, man, he got an
Yeah,
ugly face wife.
you're not really helping your problem. Yeah,
Yeah, but him and all them other niggas. I mean, unless you're trying to say like half of Hollywood is not just alcohol, more than half of Hollywood is not just alcoholics, but also switch hitters.
for the right price and to maintain the status quo. Yeah, one one thing I always question is like they always talk about such and such talking about Diddy. You know whose name never entered that conversation? Boosie.
Yeah, because Boosie's straight up kills niggas.
Just left New York City, hooked up with Pete Diddy. Like that line always stuck out to me.
I mean,
And
you
now it
can't
has
just call
reasons.
Boosie out like that, man. He got killers, bro. He got
A lot of
killers.
people got killers.
He got killers.
I do think there's an over romanticization of rappers having shooters. There's plenty of
Hmm.
people with no money have shooters. All you need is a friend
You just need young
who's out
niggas
of
who'll
state.
do anything for a little bit of money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, the joke there is the fact that Boosie didn't even pay his shooter. He told somebody he was going to pay them like 150,000 to kill somebody, and only ended up paying like 1,500, which is fucking crazy when you're talking about a nigga taking Fed chances.
what are you talking about? It's crazy when you
Lil
think
Boosie.
about it. Not when you think about the money.
Oh no. So
If you ain't got
I watched the Swamp Stories thing on like pretty much everything. So I haven't watched the Diddy one yet, but I'm gonna watch that one. But he did the Swamp
like,
Stories on Boosie, and it's like Boosie came up where it was him, a friend, and another friend, and that became the whole problem. Is one of his friends started getting a little shine, and Boosie didn't like that.
so then he fucked P Diddy, and then he got his friend taken care of, and then White Me Down
I think his
happened.
friend taken care of way before the whole P Diddy thing. Although really, it wasn't him getting his friend taken care of. His friend just went out like so. It was three of them. They were all friends. Boosie didn't like how his friend was getting shine, but his other friend, they've been friends for like forever before, like whatever. One day, the two other friends, not Boosie, went out to the club to celebrate a birthday. And essentially, some people who none of them fuck with were at the club. They started some problems. They ended up having to leave. They left in two separate cars. The guys followed the other friend, killed him.
Oh, just normal nigga shit.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff for Boosie didn't start. He didn't start having people killed off until like he was way in the game. Like I
Oh,
think
so
like one
after
or
he
two
knew
albums
that people
before
knew about him and Diddy,
he I don't think that was
after he
the
left New
case.
York City.
But he didn't. I don't think he ever left New York City with P Diddy.
Yeah, because P Diddy flies out his hoes.
He got hoes calling the young nigga phone. But yeah,
Oh, do
Boosie
you know
is
why he?
Boosie's a whole story. Go
Do you
ahead.
know why Cat Williams brought up Ludacris? I was confused about that one. Maybe I need to watch the whole interview. That's 3 hours, man.
No. It is 3 hours, so listen to it in chunks. But he brought up Ludacris because of something where it was kind of tangentially related to the bullshit that they have going on, and he was just like, "Oh yeah, Ludacris. Like they told the two of us like we could join the Illuminati, but whoever joined the Illuminati was gonna have to lose their hair, and they couldn't have anything crazy on their sideburns. And I think you see which person's been getting $20 million a movie for the last like 6, 7 movies.
That sounds kind of like hating, but
I mean,
In my head, you think they
I
really
mean,
paid him $20 million a movie? Like, this
I
nigga
mean,
barely
yeah,
do anything
yeah,
in
they
movies.
no.
it was
Remember the last
contractual, and
five
then there's
movies. The last 5 movies, he's been a central character.
Yeah, but you're not on $20 million. Then.
I mean, whether or not you think he's worth $20 million doesn't mean he's not getting $20 million.
That nigga ain't getting no $20 million in a movie.
well, no, hold on, because I mean, 20 million might be what's in the contract, but that might not be including fees and certain shit like that, insurance. Like his take home might not be the number that we're talking
Well,
about.
I never argue niggas take home because I'm not there to know. I mean, Chris Bridges' net worth is getting net worth.
You know, you said Chris Bridges, and I should have known exactly who that was because of the conversation, but I immediately shot to the nigga from Everybody Hates Chris.
Nah,
That's Chris Rock.
Ludacris. Nah, Chris
Oh, the other
Bridges
nigga,
is ludicrous.
nigga that played Chris Rock.
Back for the first time. Actually, no, I'm wrong. He's only been getting paid well since Fast and Furious 6. That's when he became a main person. It was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now 11. Whenever they start
I almost
filming.
feel like they should have a law to, kind of limit sequel.
Nah, they're never gonna do that.
I mean, what's enough movies? Hollywood used to think it was 3, but they love trilogies.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like trilogy should be where it stops. I can't think of a movie where the fourth was good. Let me know.
Fast and Furious 4 was better than Fast and Furious 5, but yeah. Okay.
I'm talking about compared to the first three.
What's that movie with the lichens and the werewolves?
I was
Shit.
never a big fan of that.
Underworld?
Amityville Horror? No, wait.
Underworld.
No, because they was sparkling and shit, right?
No, I'm talking about Underworld.
Oh, they had 5 movies,
I
4
mean, shit,
movies.
like 2 movies.
Got it.
The first one came out
Yeah,
2003, then 2006, 2000. Because I like Endless War. That was the fourth one. They had 3 separate sets of 3. I don't think they're
you
making
serious?
anymore. And
No, I don't think they make it anymore.
Yeah,
never
probably for the
know.
best. Well, hold on. I think Resident Evil had one too, or at least 4 movies
Resident Evil had like 4 movies in a row.
And they were all kind of bad, but they were kind of good.
Well, they were
like that.
just
That
they
cheesiness that's
tried to do the
acceptable.
Fast and Furious thing, but yeah, it
Yeah.
was cheesy, and then it got whatever. No, actually, I'm wrong. So it's Resident Evil. There's Resident Evil Apocalypse, Extraction, Afterlife. So now we're at 4. Retribution, and then the final Resident Evil.
6.
So there were
So
6 of
far.
these things
Yeah.
over 14 years. The first one came out in 2002. Then the next one in 2004. Then 2007. Then 10. Then 12. Then 16. Jesus Christ! How do we get
Yeah.
into
They
Yeah,
were
this?
all kind of
This
good, bad.
being so long?
They had
Yeah,
movies.
they were strong. They were strong B movies. Strong Bs.
yeah, but I don't think anybody expected them to be more than that though.
Yeah, unlike Silent Hill. Silent Hill, the first movie was decent. The second one was kind of like, why did we do this?
I didn't like that movie. I don't like Silent
Oh,
Hill, though.
I don't think I watched it.
No, Silent Hill, the first one they did well. It's the second one where it's just like, why do we
People
do
say
this?
that.
Because I mean, look, bro, the movie. Let's see. What
I never
is?
liked the game, so you got the wrong person, so I don't know.
No, I love the
I remember
game.
I
being
feel like
so
most people who
bored
Actually,
in
watched the
those
movie
games.
didn't know it.
the newest demo game that they just threw out was pretty good too.
They made another Silent Hill
They're doing a remake.
Yeah.
game.
Well, no. They threw out a demo, but it's a walking simulator. But that one's pretty good. I watched the guy play the whole thing, and it's basically like dealing with this girl who probably gay, but they
in
never say yes or
New York
no
City.
because Asian. But basically, she tells her friend to come visit her in some place, and like the friend is just stupid. And it's
They're
like,
doing
God
Silent
damn.
Hill 2 remake.
Well, yeah, they're doing a remake for that, but they also have said that they want to expand on something similar to what they were gonna make with that Asian guy before he pissed off Konami.
Hideo Kojima.
Yes, and
Yeah,
also they're
but his
making
game
another one of
sucked.
his game. No, his
Not
game made a
Metal
lot of
Gear.
money. People love that game.
Metal Gear.
No, people love that little one that he made with Norman Reedus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people
So,
love
I
that
mean,
game.
yeah, but
I
it just
didn't
looked
get
like it
into it.
sucked.
It's a freaking walking simulator with backpack
Oh,
management in there.
Valid. Oh, some stranded.
Death
Death
Stranding.
Stranding.
Death Stranding.
See, I've
Don't
been
he
doing
got
a
his own
little.
TV show coming out?
I think there was something like that was supposed to be taking place.
Walking Dead, Gerald Jackson. Okay.
Yeah. That's Norman Reedus.
Yeah, I ain't like Death Stranding. To be fair, I
Always
played only
wondered.
like 20 minutes.
I found out about the story, and I thought the story was pretty good. But yeah, I'm not sitting through all that just to get to the story.
You got to manage to walk and you got to balance it. I was just like, nigga, no.
I
And
got
stuff
told when I
falls on
was
the
first
ground, you
getting
can't even
free.
pick it up.
I know I'm playing that shit. I think he making 2 games right now. In his new studio, one for Xbox.
Yeah, he's making OD, and then the one for Xbox.
Yeah, that nigga 60, so he getting up there.
I mean, he only got another couple games in him. Although for a
Man,
6-year-old,
nah.
he looks pretty good.
I want that nigga to make games when he's 80. I want him to be senile making games. I feel like that's when we gonna hit like peak Kojima.
Nah, that nigga who make Elden Ring is the next Kojima.
Yeah, true. That's true.
I finally got into it, but that shit hard.
I mean, I don't, I don't really fuck with hard games because I play games that as an escape from real life. Real life is already hard enough. I don't need some extra shit. Although at the same time, what's that anime? Oh, Shangri-La Front. Yeah, that character is Sham incarnated. Like I'm looking
Told
at
you.
how this nigga's doing something like, God damn, this
Oh
nigga is
shit,
Sham.
you got Tekken 8?
But yeah,
Huh?
You got it?
hmm
Does
have
what's her
not
name
played
come
it
back?
anywhere near as much.
Of course, he got Tekken 8. You know this nigga. I'm
Did
gonna
that
wait for
one
the
guy come
DLC to
back?
come out.
I thought he was gonna come back.
And they bring back
But
the girl I used to play with, the one with the white girl with the culturally inappropriate outfits.
that could be any of them. What color was her hair?
No, the white girl with like the wearing all like the the Haijoku style shit.
Oh, look fluid now.
Damn.
At least not yet.
All right, hey man, that's why I'm just gonna wait until it goes on sale with the additional like 15 characters they bring. You see how many Street Fighter 6 brought out? It's like, god damn, this is a different game now.
what's my Hiyachi? I'm still talking about.
I know what you're
I,
talking about.
I I didn't think they was gonna really kill him. Guess he really did.
Yeah, we'll see. It's Tekken. Never know.
Exactly. It
Y'all
ain't
ever
over
had a
till we
moment?
get to Tekken 9. If he dies, and if he's still dead in Tekken 9, he probably dead for real.
I
I
mean,
always bring him
this
back as like a
nigga got
memory.
thrown in lava like 4 times and kept coming back. So
I mean, his
That's what
whole
I'm
family
saying.
been thrown into that lava.
Exactly.
and he got
You
like
ever?
10 illegitimate children for some reason.
Oh, probably more. It makes sense though.
Because
Why?
man,
Because of the
somebody got to
devil
have all
gene?
these kids.
No, I mean we know people that have illegitimate children. Imagine having as much money as he did.
Yeah. Imagine Reed if every time you go in, another chick's trying to have sex with you every day.
I thought he was just
Every
trying to
day.
pass on the devil gene.
Double G ain't from him.
It's from her mom?
Mm, you know what? That's a little weird. It's supposed to be from the mom, but the
Supposed
grandfather
to be
had it somehow.
correct. That doesn't make any sense. That's why I was like, whatever. I thought it would be from the dad. It makes more sense from the dad than the mom, but whatever.
Man,
But I,
you know how the Japanese society is, bro. They do things from whatever side makes more money at this point in time.
no. I think I remember now. So it was Heihachi dad didn't have it initially, but he imprisoned his dad underground in what was essentially a haunted place, and he died there. So his dad was dead and was possessed, but there was nothing about that naturally from him. Ass pull, I know, but whatever.
Because
I
how
mean, it's
does
not asshole. It's just
that
let's
don't
just
make
do
any
this to
sense
do
that
this.
what's the name got it? Damn it, the other brother, the was supposed to be the main character in one of I think it was 4.
Oh, Lars? No, Jin?
Yeah,
It makes sense, Jin,
Lars.
because Jin's Kazuya's son.
Who's Lars' son?
No, but
With that.
Lars is a Heihachi's son, but he don't have the double G. He got the lightning.
Okay.
That's from Heihachi.
Okay. What happened to Lars? Is he in the game still?
Mhm.
Okay. Because I thought he was supposed to be the new main character, but they kind of, I heard people hated him.
Yeah, he was on fire.
Okay.
He was on side for him. He was on
Did my
side for
nigga,
him.
did Blade come back?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. As long as Blade back. Blade ain't got no powers though, right?
No, I mean aside from the ninja shit, but only they got that.
And which incarnation of Yosumitsu is this on now?
Number 79.
It's been no, it's only been one.
It's the same one
hmm
who
So
fights in the Tekken
there's Yoshi.
tournament and the Soul Calibur tournament?
No. So sorry, those two are different. Yeah, one is a
Yeah.
descendant of the other, technically.
Okay.
Technically.
I thought one of them was a robot.
Yeah, it's not like a direct descendant. He's just he took over the mantle. Nah, he's got some what do you call them, prosthetics, but not a robot.
Okay. And Jack, is he still in there?
Yeah, they make a new one. Every new game has a new Jack, new model,
I
I
thought
guess.
Jack 7.
Jack 79.
And has Rue come back yet? Okay. As long as Rue's gone.
Might be DLC.
And Panda or Rue or, or Bear. Yeah. So that's a weird
Panda
game.
Bear Lightning Chan the fifth.
Uh that nigga got trained by Hayachi. I mean why that nigga can fight.
We just training goddamn bears. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, that nigga trained.
That's
Hey,
just
he
how
took
we
him in as a pet and taught him how to fight. I think his name Kuma, ain't it? Whatever his name
Yeah,
is now.
yeah.
Is he
He
an
was like,
8?
man, I hate my son. Say what? Yeah, he is.
Does he hate his
hate
son?
my son.
Kuma, no, Kuma would have been the same one.
No, I thought he had a kid.
Oh wait, you're right. There were technically two Kumas.
Yeah. Who keep okay,
Move it.
whatever.
Move this video
Sorry,
game
guys.
centric part of the podcast to a
Nah, it's just Tekken is crazy. Like it's a weird story. Cause I don't think they cared about the story at first, and then they kind of cared. Cause Street Fighter is weird because they're all old as fuck, and Mortal Kombat keep doing time skips or
jumpings.
whatever. Theirs make more sense. And I mean, Tekken's they're old too. Well, all of the older characters are old because we're technically on Heihachi's son's son. Did they have another one after that? Jin?
No, Jin's the last one.
'Cause-
Jin don't want the family line to continue.
Okay, so he's not doing it.
Mm-mm.
He not doing it. He said he done with it.
That don't mean anything.
Jin's whole plan was to kill off the family line and die himself.
Yeah, which he's failed at miserably
Yeah.
because he's been trying to
But
end the world, and he been, whatever.
That about something else.
See, that storyline crazy. That's why I was wondering, like, how
that shit
far can
crazy.
Street Fighter go? Because they're gonna get old too. Mortal Kombat is the only one that's like, fuck it, we're gonna do a split timeline and go back in time and time. I mean, say what you want,
That's
but
what they started with gods.
I mean, yeah, they fucked it up. So they were like, shit, we fucked up. That's what you getting too powerful. After you go to guys, then what do you got? Like, come on, go back.
No, but they started with gods. It was Raiden in the first one.
Yeah, but it was only one, and then there was the elder guys. But then it became something else after that. I forgot what was after the elder guy because he was an elder guy. Matter of fact, I don't even think he was an elder guy in the first game. He was just the guy of Thunder, and then they had the elder guys.
And then they had more guys. They gonna keep getting guys and more guys and more guys.
Nah, they just went back. I don't even know the story for the new Mortal Kombat.
The story
I'll
don't
wait.
matter.
It does. Come back. It actually got an interesting story.
They gonna keep doing it because they ain't got nothing but time.
I mean,
We're
they're
gonna
on
figure out a way
12.
to bring
What are they
back
on 12?
every character that you love and every character that you hate.
Probably more than that, technically. All of them make numbered entries.
Tekken 2? Tekken would technically be on like 12. He's called Tekken Tag had 2 games, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
They had 10.
But
Oh,
they
what
had
about?
Tekken.
Wasn't there like a Tekken versus Street Fighter game or something like that?
We
Yep.
don't count those.
Street Fighter versus Tekken.
Yeah,
And
no,
there was
man, you
supposed to
gotta
be a
count it.
Tekken versus Street Fighter, but it never came out.
To be fair, that's just Tekken.
Uh, some people didn't they have Street Fighter? Man, Marvel vs. Capcom is dead because Disney fucked it up.
Yeah, once they lost all them IPs.